Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Backbone Podcast, where common sense still makes sense in a world that is sick and only getting sicker. And unless you have been under a rock, or unless you have taken a vacation from social media, and if you have, good for you. Unless you've only been watching the Backbone Podcast, which even good on you for sure. This image of these two shocked people has hit your one of your social media pages for sure. These two individuals, and I'm going to tell you something. We must be living in a very boring age, because how is this news? How is this? I was even debating covering this, but I after the recent events, I was just compelled to. But how these two people? Why do we even care about these two people? Why are they all over the place? This is a CEO. His name is Andy Byron. He's the CEO of Astronomer. I think they're located in Boston, or they're headquartered in Boston. With the head of his HR department, but I don't know what her name is. Who cares? But today it was announced by the technology company Astronomer that its CEO has resigned after he was shown embracing this woman on screen during a Coldplay concert. Now, having a fling is one thing, and being outed for having that fling is bad enough. But I think the fact that you were outed being at a Coldplay concert or being a Coldplay fan is far worse than anything else. The name of this broad is Kristen Cabot, if anyone cares. But yeah, I think being caught at a Coldplay concert is much worse. The board of directors accepted the resignation of Byron on Saturday, saying it will begin the search for a replacement. The company said on Friday that it launched a formal investigation into Byron after the video of him went viral. Why? The guy was at a concert with some chick. CEOs are very powerful people, and especially when they're men, powerful men are high on that hypergamy list, if you believe in the hypergamy list. I think some of it is blah, but they're gonna bang women under them. Women identify with power and wealth. That's what they care about. That's all they care about. We've talked about this before. They don't care if you're a nice guy. They don't care if you're, you make a great dad. They don't give a shit. They want you to have power, influence, and money. That's all they care about. And this woman spread her legs for the most powerful guy in that company. Very easy. It's not hard to figure out. So he's resigning effective immediately, and the statement from Astronomer, and I've written statements like this before because I've been involved in communications. These statements are not written. These are planned. Basically, these are standard operating procedures for a communication department. And I quote. As stated previously, Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability. Yeah, right. And recently, that standard was not met. The New York company, they're from New York. Okay. The New York company said in a statement on Saturday, Byron was shown with his arms wrapped around Cabot's waist, or close to her boobs, on the jumbo screen during a Coldplay concert Wednesday night in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And according to social media just went absolutely apeshit when this happened. Some media outlets identified the woman as this human resources chief, Kristen Abbott. Byron didn't immediately respond to any sort of requests sent from this company and from the board. And frankly, why should he? I don't understand why he has to resign. What did he? I mean, he got caught in the most shocking ways. He had the worst luck in the world. But does this affect the way he's running the company? And is the HR head, Cabot, is she going to resign soon? Because I haven't heard anything about her resigning. Astronomer makes software that helps companies implement workflow management technology. Oh. Well, he had his workflow going, didn't he? So the video emerged after Coldplay leader Chris Martin asked the cameras to scan the crowd for his Jumbotron song when he sings a few lines about the people on camera, about the people that the camera lands on. For several seconds, the couple was shown cuddling and smiling. That's the famous picture, with the man's arms wrapped around her as she leaned back into him. When they saw themselves on the big screen, her jaw dropped. She was shocked and embarrassed. Her hands flew to her face, and she spun away from the camera, and he ducked out of frame as she followed later. Martin, who probably didn't know what was going on, he joked, and I quote, "Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy." Now, Martin has come under some scrutiny over this because, you know, we're going to talk about this in a little bit. Is this an invasion of privacy? Are these kiss cam things an invasion of privacy? They're very, very uncomfortable. What if you're sitting next to your daughter, let's say you're at a baseball game or a hockey game or whatever, and you got a daughter that's 18, 19 years old, and this kiss cam thing comes on. That's very uncomfortable. Or you're sitting next to your sister, or you're sitting next to a friend. Say you're with a group of people and you're sitting next to a friend that just happens to be a woman. I mean, it's very uncomfortable. Now, both Byron and Cabot, their LinkedIn accounts have been inactive as of Friday afternoon. And CBS reported on Friday that Astronomer said Byron would be placed on leave. And Peter DeJoy, the co-founder and chief product officer, will be serving as an interim CEO. Again, this is such nonsense. People have affairs all the time. We have a president of the United States that talked about grabbing women by their hoo-has. We had a president about 30 years ago who was banging interns in the Oval Office. What's the big deal? I mean, can't we just? Why is this even a discussion? Now, the venues, if you've gone to concerts, you'll notice that even on tickets, the venues will have signs informing the audience that they could be filmed during the event. It's common now, especially when bands like this use performances for music videos in concert films, that they're going to film you. Now, Gillette Stadium also has, according to them, and I'm reading this out, has a privacy policy, and it states, and I quote, when you visit our location or attend or participate in an event at our location, we may capture your image, voice, or likeness, including through the use of CCTV cameras, or when we film or photograph you in a public location. That's common, because if you're at a football game and they show the fans cheering, you're going to be on TV. So that's to protect their privacy policy. That's different. If they were at a Coldplay concert and they're showing them dancing in this private box, nobody would think twice about it. But these kiss cam things, the crowd urges you to kiss or to hug or to do whatever, and it's very, very uncomfortable. I've never had it done to me, thanks sweet baby Jesus, but this has happened. This happens, and now it's going to cost this guy everything. Everything. His job. I think they say he's married. There's been various images of a woman they claim is his wife, who's a piece of ass, if that's really her. But I think that's nonsense. Now, this Kristen Cabot, who's involved in this cheating scandal, she is married to a pretty wealthy family in Boston. So I don't know if she's still married to this guy or not. But Kristen Cabot is on leave from her job after being caught, and she appears to have been married to the privateer rum owner Andrew Cabot. And these people are worth a lot of money. Now, I'm not a rum drinker. I don't drink rum, but I've heard the name. Allegedly, this husband taunts his family lineage as going back 6 generations, owning this company. The Cabot family fortune is estimated to be at $15 billion right now. Now, if they get divorced, Massachusetts is as liberal as a state as New York is. Does she get 50% of whatever this guy's worth is? This guy didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he hasn't been caught doing anything wrong. This chick was out there cheating on him, right? Screwing around with another man. Does she deserve any money? She's gonna make a fortune out of this. And it just goes to show you that women in these situations never lose. They never lose. She was having an affair with her boss. Now her husband, if he decides to leave her or divorce her, it's going to cost him his children, because they have 2 youngerish children, and it's going to cost him a shit ton of money. Where's the fairness and justice in that? Because she's not going to say, you know what, I screwed up. I'm going to take responsibility for this, and I'm going to walk away. We'll get divorced. We'll do it amicably, and that's it. Oh, no. Women never do that. That's something that guys would do, but women, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We go about this story and we talk about the outing of people. And we're talking about this kiss cam shit. And frankly, I'm of the belief that this stuff is targeted. They target you. This is not like filming you cheering at a football game, or you dancing, doing something crazy like they show in concerts. This is specifically pointing you out, and I don't think it's right. I think these things should be stopped. I think it's very uncomfortable. I think it's kind of cringy and creepy to want people to kiss on camera. And I really do think it's an invasion of just leave me alone. I'm there to watch the game. If you catch me cheering, you catch me doing something stupid like dancing and stuff like, or singing to a song that's playing during a timeout, that's one thing. I get that. But I don't want to have some kiss cam shit on me telling me to kiss some woman. I may be sitting next to a woman who's a stranger. That's very uncomfortable, and I shouldn't have to deal with that. But this story, and it's the summertime, people are kind of sick of hearing about wars and all sorts of geopolitics. So these people are going to have their 15 minutes of infamy, and they'll go away. This story will be dead probably by tomorrow, maybe the next day. And we'll go back to talking about how Israel's bombing some neighbor of theirs, or Trump won't release any more Epstein stuff. He's trying to avoid this Epstein stuff like no tomorrow, and he's losing a lot of popularity within his base, because Trump now has basically shown that he's no better than a politician. When his first 4 years as president, His first term as president, he was awesome. Told it like it is, wanted to go after people, wanted to, what was the quote? What was the saying? He wanted to drain the swamp. Well, he had his chance now. He had a chance to drain that swamp and get everybody and everything that they've ever done to hurt the American people, and he was able to expose it, but he didn't. He chose not to. Why? Why didn't he release the Epstein list? Because, as I said before, he's probably on it. Most likely he is on it. He is on it. But that's a story for another day, and I don't even think we're going to cover that because I don't think I think that story's going away too. We're going to look into focusing on another comic book movie that's coming out, The Fantastic Four, and I have to say I've watched some of the trailers. I saw this leak about what the story could be about. If you're into Marvel Comics, the Fantastic Four movie is coming out, and it is already by some fans, by some Marvel fans, it already looks like it's going to be an absolute disaster, where it's going to be another boss bitch movie. The woman has to take the lead, and Disney and Marvel just won't learn. This movie costs a shit ton of money. You have a lot of, stars, recognizable people in it. We'll see. The Fantastic Four were the first Marvel superheroes, really, the superheroes that launched Marvel, and they've never been able to get that movie right, ever. The comics were great. I remember reading them as a kid. I love the animation of the Fantastic Four. Great Thing and all that. Awesome. The movies, they fucked them up left and right, just like they did Hulk. In the beginning, they couldn't get Hulk right with Eric Bana and even Edward Norton. They got it okay with Mark Ruffalo, but they were never able to get the Fantastic Four set and watchable and workable. They just never were able to get that, and so I don't think they're going to get this now. And this Pedro Pascal, I'm over him too. I know we're supposed to be talking about this these two idiots here, but this Pedro Pascal has become so overhyped and such a windbag that, fuck him too. All right, so this week we'll have new content coming out. As we always do, we're going to wrap around pop culture, and music and movies. We're going to do a little bit more music, movies, television, all that good stuff. And we'll talk about current events too. But thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Be careful out there, my friends. Satan is always busy. Be a man, have a backbone, because masculinity and common sense are worth standing up for. Happy Sunday. We'll see you later.